Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. You know something a little different here. We got webcams, we got video. I'm back with Daniel's back. It's summertime. It's been a while, right? How
It
long
has
has it
been a
been?
while.
How
It's like
long has it been?
4 weeks, I think.
Like a month?
Yeah,
4 weeks? Yeah.
because I think
So,
the last time we were talking, I was applying for an internship, or I had just had
yeah,
an interview. Yeah, and I got it. I got
let's go.
the internship.
Nice, nice. That's
Yes,
baller. What is it for again?
it's for Carollo Engineers. They're like a water engineering place, in Phoenix, and it's $17 an hour, 40 hours a week, the whole summer.
Wow.
So, yeah,
17 an hour?
yeah,
That's kind of crazy. I don't
it
know.
is.
I'm just doing landscaping this summer. That's all I'm
Oh,
doing.
nice.
But
Wait,
like,
like
yeah, like
for a company or something,
no,
or
no,
like,
no. There's just a guy. There's like this guy. He lives next to a guy in my frat, and he just like told all of us like, yo, if you guys ever need to work, like just let me know. And like he pays like cash. And I get like he pays like $100 a day or something. So
wow, that's
yeah,
awesome. So you're,
yeah, it's
is it
pretty
just like
dope.
Is it just like maintenance or something?
Yeah, like he has like some like commercial clients. Like I already did a shift on like Monday with him,
Oh, okay.
and we have like 7 a.m. and like we drive out there, and it's just like yard work, like pruning, like getting. We had to
Yeah.
like take a bunch of leaves off of like a stair like case that were like
Oh,
the
yeah.
vines were like traveling up. We had to like cut them off and throw them away. But yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like I have to be responsible for like actually like throwing it away. You can't just like forget about it because it's like that's your job. Like for once, I'm
Yeah.
actually like okay, like I am the worker. Interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
My
Exactly.
Scottsdale is showing. Oh no. Uh,
I am the worker.
but yeah, how was the end of the year for you?
It was pretty crazy. I mean, that's why we weren't doing this, right? Because we were both
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
slammed with
I
work.
was. I had no free time. Like I was
Yeah.
constantly just. If I wasn't at the library, I was like asleep, or somewhere else. I had to be like at class
Yeah.
or like, yeah. I was busting my ass so hard this last like month, and
Yeah.
it
How did it go? Like how
terrible,
like
terrible.
Oh no.
I I'm not even gonna lie. I like completely bombed like a lot of my finals.
No.
Not completely bummed. I actually on my finals I did a lot better than I've done throughout the year. Like
Okay.
on my test, like this year I just didn't do good. This year I just didn't do good. There's a lot of things that like happened this year,
Yeah.
and I just didn't do good this year. I failed four classes.
You know what?
I failed four classes. I failed Calc 3 twice this year. Can you
No.
believe that? Can you believe that? For those of you that don't know, Daniel and I in high school, we took like all the way up to differential equations and passed. Daniel was my tutor. I asked him to help me out with math like our sophomore year because I was just like I don't know what I'm doing. And Daniel passed that class for me basically. But yeah, so I'm having like so much trouble now, and it's just like but I know what I need to do, and I'm getting there, and I'm not gonna quit. Like I'm not dropping out of my major or anything.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
staying in material science, and like I'm gonna graduate with material science. It's just like it's gonna be
Yeah.
a little longer now. But yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't good. Like the end of the year, I was just like, and like a whole bunch of other stuff is happening now. Like since I failed Calc 3 twice, they're trying like they're it's a critically tracked course, and they're
Oh.
so basically like I'm almost getting kicked out of my major.
No.
Yeah, but
How do you stop that from happening?
I have to like submit a like medical like compassionate withdrawal form that's basically just saying like it all these like circumstances, and like I have like I'm bipolar, so like
Yeah.
like living in the
Okay.
GLV, like having bipolar, all this stuff. Like, hopefully they like basically I submit a form, and they're like, okay, yeah, like you had a hard time this year.
Yeah.
And then so it retroactively like uh, withdraws you from like your classes. So it would be like I never took it actually, or
Oh.
I would take it, but like instead of an F, it would be a W. So it's just
Oh,
like I
withdraw.
never finished
Okay.
it. I never finished that class but I
And then you don't
did,
have
and I
to go.
failed.
You don't have to go back to it. Like it's just
No, I
you're just
do. I
doing it.
have to take it again.
Oh,
So
okay,
I
okay,
have to
okay, yeah.
pass the class, but like hopefully I can do. I'm gonna do that this summer. I think.
Okay, yeah.
I started different. I failed differential equations. I failed linear algebra. I failed Calc 3, and I failed my
Oh,
I failed my statics class for
okay.
engineering. But differential equations, I start a summer class next week.
All right.
Actually, in 2 days on Tuesday, or not
Oh, yeah.
2 days. It's Saturday. Tuesday I start it, and then hopefully Calc 3 will be in the later half. But yeah, so wasn't exactly a pretty dope end of the semester for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not living in the GLV anymore. I hated that place. That place
That's
sucked.
good.
It was like a pigsty constantly. It was just so dirty and smelled terrible. There was just like garbage everywhere.
Oh man.
Bathrooms are a mess. I'm living at an apartment by myself next year, and I'm so
Okay,
happy to
yeah.
be by myself. But yeah,
Nice.
enough about my end of the year. What about you? How'd your finals
Mine was
go?
my finals went really well. It was this about the same in terms like you're saying if you're not at the library, you're either sleeping or at somewhere else you need to be. That was pretty much
Yeah.
me as well. Like I was in the library all day with like my people for my major just studying or whatever, and then when I wasn't, I was accompanying another student in my studio. She was playing a concerto, and so I was playing the orchestra part with her for her jury. Her like, that's like the end of the year final for piano majors.
Yeah.
So I played that with her, and like we rehearsed that a lot, and that went really well. She got an A on that.
Dope.
So it was like that was something, and then we had like right before that I had the Steel Pan concert, so I was like practicing for that, and that was like sounding really bad the week before the concert, and then we like got it together and it was a good concert, but
Dope.
it was just stressful, like we were all
Yeah.
practicing, and it's just on
It's
top
like
of like all the
will
work.
it be good? Will it not be?
Yeah,
Like and then the final
exactly.
time gets there.
Yeah, and then when we did it well. And the funny thing about that concert is we were playing Tchaikovsky's March, which is this really short, weird piece.
Yeah.
It's like a classical piece, and we were playing an arrangement for Steel Pan because our concert was like the history of Steel Pan, and that's kind of like one of the first things that Steel Pan was used for is
Oh,
to
that's
just
dope.
get music and play it, whatever it was.
Yeah, just play
So then,
anything.
yeah, exactly. And because it was kind of an easy piece, we all switched pans, but then nobody
Whoa.
learned their part on the new pan, so it
Oh
was sounding
no.
really bad. So the director asked me on so the concert was on a Sunday, and the Tuesday before, the director asked me if I could learn the piano solo because it's originally a piano solo for it, and like
Two
play that by
days
my
before?
no, Tuesday,
Oh, okay.
Tuesday to Sunday, so like whatever, 4 days before Tuesday,
Still though,
Wednesday,
learn a
Thursday,
whole
Friday.
piano solo in four
Yeah,
days.
and it was a genuinely easy piano solo, but
Okay.
it's funny because it looks really hard. Like it's a really slow piece, but it's notated with like 30-second notes or whatever.
Okay.
So the 30-second notes aren't that fast, but it's like it just looks insane. So I learned it in like a day, and then went back to
Yeah.
rehearsal the next day and like played it with them. And so what ended up happening is I was like their support
Facts.
and it sounded pretty good. So
You're
that
the
happened.
you're
Yeah.
the vanguard. You're holding up
Yep.
the back.
Exactly. So that kind of held together, and the concert was good. And then it's like it was just kind of like after those things were done, it was like then I could focus on finals, and then he knocked one of those out of the way, and then now I'm done. I'm still like in finals mode kind of because it just only ended 2 days ago, or
Yeah.
yeah, 2 days
Wait,
ago.
2 days ago for you?
Yeah, yeah, the 12th is when I left. I guess my
Really?
last final was on the 11th. Yeah.
I've been done for almost over a week now.
Yeah, I know ASU ends way earlier. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I'm just like all my stuff is everywhere. And I'm still just like I slept in really late this morning,
Yeah, you're just
and I
like
was
you're
just
still reeling from like what do I
yeah,
do now? Like
yeah,
what
that's
is like I'm thinking that I'm like what am I supposed to do with my time? Like no.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
the other day I like practiced a little guitar, you know what I mean? I'm getting it
Nice.
down kind of like I learned like a little Spanish like riff.
Oh, cool.
It's like E, it goes I think it goes E G. Wait, no, it goes E F G, and then like back down to E or something.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I'm not gonna do it. But maybe another time when I'm better.
Yeah. We should do some live performances.
Live performance.
Now that we have the video.
Yeah.
This
This is so dope that we have the video. I think.
Yeah, we got to do this.
This is a real step up. This is a real.
It is.
We're big time now.
We're finally fulfilling the resolution we made like last year. Like didn't we last year we were like we're gonna get video and we're gonna have people on. We haven't done any of that except for now.
No. And we just like I don't know, like it's okay though. Like this is just our pet project thing. You know what I mean?
It's not like it's not as professional as Acacia's podcast.
Oh yeah, shout out Acacia.
Your podcast is much more put together, but this is just our pet project. This is just when we have time, let's talk about stuff, and I feel like that's the appeal. You know,
that's what it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you stress about it too much, things get muddled and you lose the spark.
Yeah, exactly. You lose the spark.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched Rick and Morty.
No way. What'd you think?
I actually really love it.
Yeah? That's so sick. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think last time you recommended it, or I don't remember what. Oh, we were talking about crows, I think. Or that was maybe 2 times ago or whatever. We're talking about crows and how they're super smart and empathetic or whatever. And there's like the episode, and then that reminded me.
There's an episode where he like ditches Morty for 2 crows.
Yeah. That's like one of the last episodes.
Yeah, it's like that's out. Season 5 or something.
Yeah.
I thought that episode was funny.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought
it's a good show. Like,
yeah,
I feel like everybody, because like I've been watching it since like season 2, so and like the fan base kind of like turned in on itself, and they like kind of like everybody kind of like everybody loves to hate Rick and Morty. I think now, or at least from what I understand. Yeah, because it's like. People are like, oh, like it's not as good anymore. Like it's too like story focused. It's not as like zany and like Rick stuff. But it's like, I don't know. It's just a TV show. Like fucking. Yeah. It's a storyline. You know what I mean? Like let them do what they want to do. It's a good show. It's funny. Like.
Yeah. I thought, and even when I understand them saying it's not as good anymore. Like there was like a drag part kind of in the middle, but then I feel like at the end of the last season, it's back up. And also, the like it's more story focused thing. First of all, I think like they do plenty of just random episodes, but also they make fun of themselves for being too story focused. You know, like I think it was like in the last episode or whatever, they like go back to like the Citadel is like, you know, whenever there's an episode about
that's
the
like
Citadel
the story.
Yeah, and Rick literally said like, but that place is like nothing but canon or something. Like it's only canon.
Like they like poke fun at themselves and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. Like they're like people are like, oh, like, whatever, but like they know what they're doing. I enjoy the show.
Yeah.
I think there's another episode where they're like, he's like Rick and Morty, zany adventures only. Like no storylines, just like one-off adventures only. Like,
yeah. That's like, and I like, isn't that like, that's they kind of begin every season at the end of every first episode of every season. There's like at the end, Rick is like just going nuts with like a monologue. Yeah, he's like, only zany adventures, classic adventures, whatever. It's it's so funny.
It's a good show.
It is a really good show. Oh, I was gonna say something. Something reminded me. I forgot it. Whatever. But yeah, like I like the jokes they make in that show. It's pretty funny.
My favorite episode is definitely the snake one, the one where the planet is snakes. That is I watched that for the first time. I was just like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like,
it was pretty funny.
Like,
because didn't they replaced the snake?
Yeah, because there's like a space snake, and it's like it just comes out of nowhere too. Like you don't even. It's literally like just slithering through space and bites him on the leg, and that's how the episode starts. It's like, what? Like,
yeah.
I just thought that was so funny.
Yeah, and then they start like a whole Terminator thing by replacing the snake, and the snakes realize that it's not the same one. Yeah, that's funny.
And then like, that's my favorite part is they do like a little snake montage with like the.
Yeah.
I thought that was. I was just sitting there like, this is hilarious. But
I also like the one where they ruined heist movies for everybody. There was like the one where it was like
oh
all
yeah,
about like Ocean's 11, and they just took every
you son of a
trope
bitch,
and like
chime in.
yeah.
Is that one? Is that
Yeah.
that one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so yeah. And
But,
I honestly like they honestly did a legitimately good job of like ruining
yeah.
heist movies.
Yeah.
Which is
Like
the point
every
of the episode.
stereotype. Like they know
Yeah.
what they're doing over there. Like
Yeah, they
it's.
do.
I appreciate it.
I
I
also
wanna.
like the
Oh yeah. Go
first
ahead.
interdimensional cable
Oh yeah.
episode when
Those
they
ones are good.
I didn't realize that they crack sometimes. Like they're totally improving all those
Yeah.
ads. And
Yeah.
then they'll like just crack up in the middle of
I'm
it and they keep it in the
I'm
episode.
ants in my eyes, Johnson.
Yeah.
I've got ants in my eyes.
Yeah. And they obviously don't edit it until like they don't, come up with any like
Yeah, they
visual
just
for
like
it until
walk in the
after they
room and they're
say
like,
it.
I guess I'm gonna be. He's like, guys, I'm gonna be a guy with ants in his eyes. Watch
Yeah.
this. Like,
Yeah, and then there's several where like at the end they just die, like they crack up and then the
yeah,
ad ends or something. It's very funny. And there's like the one where he's the Lucky Charms guy, and he like it's like an ad for Lucky Charms, where he's
I
like,
know
"I'm
which
eating
one.
the-"
Yeah,
and he eats the Lucky Charms to stop the kids from stealing it.
yeah.
And the kids come and they look like
They
super
like
depressed,
tear
and they like
him
rip
open.
open his stomach and they're
Yeah,
like eating it
he's
out
like,
of his.
oh.
He's like, "Oh God, I see demons! I see demons!" And he's
Yeah.
like lying on the table. It's so funny.
Yeah,
yeah.
that like, I think that like, what really got me there on that one is like his facial expression. Like you can see the
Yeah.
fear in his eyes.
Yeah,
he's like,
like,
what's happening?
"What are
What
you
are they doing? But yeah, Daniel
Yeah, that's a
discovers Rick and Morty.
I discovered Rick and Morty.
That's
Yep.
the title. Daniel
appreciate-
No, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, go watch Rick and Morty if you haven't already.
Yeah, it's a good show. That was
Yeah.
all right. That was one thing that I had written down that I
Yeah.
didn't want to forget to talk about because I
Watched
remembered us
Rick and
talking
Morty.
about it. Yeah, check.
I want
yeah,
to show everybody my hair real quick. So I
Oh,
got a
yeah.
haircut.
Haircut
Normally, my hair
reveal.
doesn't normally look like this. Like I normally have longer hair. I've always had long hair my entire life, or not long hair, but like not
Yeah.
this short. I literally buzzed it like a couple days ago.
Ta-da!
Do I have a weird head shape?
No, you have it works. It works with your head shape.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
told that it doesn't look like too bad. I've been told it
No, I
looks
think it
good.
looks good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like the side. I like the sides. Like it has a fade on
Yeah.
the sides, right?
Yeah.
Or a sharp. Yeah.
It's like a, yeah, it's more of a it's like a fade up. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the added texture gives that gives a lot to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't. I kind of wanted to bleach it too. I wanted
really?
to like bleach my head, but then my girlfriend was like, I was like, okay.
Fair
But,
enough.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's very freeing, very freeing.
Yeah, I used to when I was like in middle school and maybe early high school, I would get like a summer buzz
Really?
cut. Yeah,
Damn, Daniel.
and
with the buzz
it wasn't anything fancy. It was just like literally cut everything the same length. Yeah, and it was nice. You don't have to
You
worry
don't have to
about
worry.
your hair.
Yeah, you can just like
You're
I
just ready to
remember
go.
I jumped in the shower and I just put like a tiny bit of shampoo
Yeah.
and it just was like super soapy. I was like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you can feel the breeze on your head, which is nice.
Yeah,
The only
it feels
issue is
kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like or like I could feel the sun like on my head.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
whoa.
Like you actually have to, if your hair's too short, you have to actually put on sunscreen.
Yeah.
Like, on your head.
If you're
It's
bald.
weird. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
What else have I been doing? I don't know, not too much. Playing video games. Started playing Destiny a
Nice.
little bit again, like a couple days ago. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna get back into it because I don't know if you know about Destiny, but Destiny is just like such a huge time sink.
Oh, really?
Do you know what Destiny is?
I do know what Destiny is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
haven't
takes up
played
so much time. It's like
Okay.
it's like World of Warcraft or something. You just need to like grind so
Yeah.
much, but it's fun. Like one thing I really like about Destiny is the world building. Like there
Yeah.
because there's multiple different like alien races and stuff, and they all
Okay.
have very like distinct cultures. That's like it feels like these aliens have existed in the universe of Destiny for like centuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're very developed, and I was thinking about that the other day. Like they all have like their own sort of like naming schemes as well. Like the Hive, for example, they're like this like ancient sort of evil, and they're all sort of like ethereal names. So like Oryx or like Orosh and like Zivu Arath and like stuff like that. And then there's like the Cabal, which are like basically like giant hippopotamus people, and they're just like big and burly and like militaristic. They live on like Mars, and they're named they're like Keitel or like Gaul or like, you know what I mean? Like it feels very like real and grounded, and that's what keeps bringing me back to Destiny, is just like the world building. But it's just it's so much of a time sink.
Yeah, that's always nice when you have like, you can tell people have taken the time to like craft entire fleshed out stories for like a planet or something.
Yeah.
In like any story, like, you know, it's no fun to just get a character or a bunch of characters that are just like, okay, here's a few things about them and that's it. But like, it's nice to know that there's more that you don't necessarily see at first.
Yeah.
I applied to be a preceptor for one of my chemical engineering classes next semester, for like one of the ones I've already taken.
What's a preceptor?
A preceptor is like a TA. I don't know the difference, but
preceptor sounds very official.
It does, but it's like I literally don't know what the difference is between it and a TA. It may be specific to like the classes. I don't know, but same thing. And normally it's like your first semester you do it for credit, and the second semester you get paid. But I have like too many units. I'm doing research, so I have like enough units filled out. So I asked the professor if I would be able to be paid my first semester, and he was like, if we hire you, yes, because you have units or whatever.
Damn.
So I might have a paying job next semester during the school year.
You're just balling too hard you're bypassing the restrictions. You're like, I already got it, Chief. I already got credit.
Just come on, I need more money here. Give me
the paper, dog. Come on.
Yeah. And then on the last day, I went into my research lab because just to like say hi to my research professor, because we made another poster and we were like done, and we gave him cookies or whatever, because he always gives us like,
oh nice.
When he goes to Austria, he's like Austrian, and he always brings back like sweets for us or something.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. Like everything, like throughout this whole process, like everything you've said about U of A has been like really good. Like I was thinking about that. I hate ASU. Like, don't like ASU. The only reason I'm here is because I'm an in-state student and they have a good material science program. Like, deadass, U of A has a material science program, but I just don't think they're as good.
Yeah, okay.
So, like,
well,
ASU, get your shit together, because you guys suck. Like, your admin sucks. Anyways, you continue.
All right. Well, okay, we can come back to that, but
we'll come back to it for sure. I have a lot of stuff to say about ASU.
Okay, great. But so I went in my research lab, and you know, it was just like kind of the last day, so we just were saying hi and whatever. And he was talking to us about like over the summer he's gonna publish the paper that I'm a co-author on, so that'll be cool. And he wants us to proofread it too. Yeah, because it was like,
you're getting a co-author as a sophomore.
I am.
That's nuts. What? All right, you're balling.
It was like a machine. It was like, I mean, we don't understand the whole thing that well, but it's like activation energies of reactions on metal surfaces are really hard to predict. Like, you need a ton of experience and you need a ton of computational power. So my research professor developed, like, he's the first one to ever do this. He developed a machine learning approach that uses like a database of existing reactions, and it can accurately predict activation energies for like unknown reactions if given a few descriptors. So it's pretty cool. So we ran like the machine learning, we ran like tests on it and did like a lot of the grunt work, and he did the big stuff. So he's gonna publish.
That's typically how labs work.
Yeah,
that's kind of messed up. that like because it's like it's like the researchers like leading the research, but it's like literally like every lab I've ever seen is just like they're like, yeah, that looks right.
Yeah.
And then their name gets put right at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I mean, yeah.
At least you're getting co-author though. Yeah, like
Yeah, we're getting. I think I'm third author because my lab partner did a little bit more on it than I did because she was taking 3 units of research and I only had time for one this semester.
yeah,
So that was pretty cool. So he's gonna send that to us to proofread over the summer.
that's
So
fucking
we actually get to like
sick.
read it and give him. He was like, please be honest because like he's Austrian, so his he might miss a few things grammatically. He's a really good writer as far as I can tell, but like it's cool that he wants us to be the ones to proofread it, or at least the first ones. But the reason I brought it up is at the very end he was like, oh yeah, he applied for a grant next semester, and then he was like, if I get enough money, I might be able to pay you guys for research. So I may have paid preceptoring
You're getting
and paid research.
paid jobs.
Yeah, for things that
And you're getting like research credit for it too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's not just like a job.
yeah. Yeah, right. It's like I don't know if I can actually officially do it for credit, but I don't need any more credit. So like it's just like it's something for my resume that's like I'm doing research,
Just getting clout, dude.
I am.
Just getting clout.
So
That's
I'm looking forward to it.
That's baller. That's big time, Daniel. That's actually super cool. Like round of applause. Like dead ass.
Thank you.
If there are any kids watching, be like Daniel. Don't be like me. Dude, I saw Will the other day.
Oh
We saw I saw him. Will, Peachia, and Roland. And
Oh, nice.
Will. So all four of us, we went to see the new Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, and you did that yesterday?
Like 2 days ago, I think.
2 days. Okay, I went yesterday with Logan, Abby, Bella, and Anna.
Nice. What'd you think? What'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. I thought there were definitely some flaws, but I thought it was cool.
I thought it was like I might even be like my new number one like favorite Marvel movie.
So
yeah.
I thought it was like everything that it should have been, that it should have had. Well, okay, I don't know what it accomplished what it should have for a movie called The Multiverse of Madness. It was a good movie. And
Yeah.
I just thought the dialogue was a little bit clunky sometimes, and the music was a little overdone in some places.
I thought the music was like one of the most exquisite parts. Like
it was, but I feel like there were some parts where it was like there didn't need to be music at all, and it would have more of an effect. And there was like low level strings going on in the background. And it was like, and it was Danny Elfman, and I feel like that's kind of a trademark of Danny Elfman is like a lot of music, but he also had some really cool. Like I liked the part where they were fighting with music. Like
that was
battle.
so cool. I was like, this is dope. I was like, this is, and because the music was like going with it too.
Yeah,
I was like
music. Yeah,
this is sick.
Cool. And they did pick like two of the most cliche pieces to play when they like it was like toccata and they're like da na 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 na, and it was like. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah.
Doing all,
but it's like,
the
what are you gonna do?
shit.
Which other ones are you gonna pick that everyone will recognize and like, it's like that's fine. I don't care if it's a little bit cliche. Like it was cool. So I thought it was a great movie. And
I thought it was good.
My only complaints were the dialogue. Really, I thought that was just a little weird. Which was because I learned that the writer was the writer for one of the writers for Rick and Morty.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh cool. The same.
So
Sam Raimi directed it. He did the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Like the first
I thought it was good. I liked all the like zoom, the like scary.
He actually like moves the camera. I watched like a review of it, like a non-spoiler review before I saw it, and like the guy was like, "This is like the best like shot Marvel movie only because Sam Raimi actually knows how to move the camera." Like that's it. Like that's what the guy said. I was like, "That's funny."
Yeah, it was very stylistic. Like, and it was also they did a lot of like retro horror movie stuff, which is cool because it is kind of there's a lot of like gruesome horror stuff.
Yeah, there was like some gore.
Pretty scary.
Yeah, dude, like that when if you haven't seen the movie, I'm gonna spoil something real quick. But when
wait, we should say like so skip like 30 seconds ahead.
Skip 30 seconds ahead, or just like yeah. When she kills Black Bolt, I thought that was so funny. I was like, like, just that whole scene. I was like, this is so badass. Also, the fact that like Scarlet Witch is like the main villain. I was like, this is interesting because it's actually like it felt more like a comic book rather than like a big movie. You know what I mean? It felt actually like a just sort of like a story. You know what I mean? That didn't need to be this huge thing. And it kind of
Yeah.
was this huge thing, just like multiverse
Yeah.
and all that, but it's like it didn't have like everybody, you know what I mean? And it didn't
Yeah.
need everybody. Doctor Strange is probably one of my favorite Marvel characters, so I'm glad to see that he got like a good movie. That was cool.
Yeah, I think he's probably my favorite, and they did a good job with it. Yeah, I want more. Like, I just want more multiverse stuff, and like,
Yeah,
it's just cool.
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
but they're gonna do more, so it's cool. I'm excited for Kang the Conqueror at some point.
I
Like, the guy
never
back-
like I don't know anything about Kang. Like
I don't know either. I just know. Like, did you watch Loki?
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's in the end of Loki, like, or
Is
his
he?
like a version of him is in the end of Loki. It's like a chill version of him.
Oh.
And so, and then the point is he's gonna come back as an evil version, like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
As like the
Not to
actual
spoil.
guy.
I probably spoiled a little too much there, but yeah, he's like,
And
he's gonna
everything's
come
been
back.
out for so long. It's been like,
yeah, all right,
you can't
Well,
go
so
on the
it's-
internet without getting spoiled these days.
yeah, that's true. I was in the library studying for finals, and like the people at the table next to me started talking about They were like, "How did you guys see Doctor Strange?"
Yeah, and you're
like,
literally like,
I literally was like this. I was taking an exam. I was taking like a conceptual exam for like it was
Yeah.
like half of part, and so it's just online. And I literally like I got up and like walked to the other side of the library and sat down because I just didn't want to risk. I didn't want to do this the whole time, and I didn't want to risk any spoilers.
they're like looking at you like,
Yeah.
all right, dude, I guess.
Yeah, I
if
was
you really
literally
don't
like-
want it to be spoiled.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I think it's reasonable to be like, hey, no spoiler. I was considering just saying, hey, no spoilers, please, or something, but
Yeah.
I just moved. But yeah. What's our time at right now?
We're at like 31. My mom just got home. I need to text her to not come
Alright.
in because I'm recording a podcast.
Recording a podcast with video.
Yeah.
Oh
but-
yeah, I just want. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I didn't have
All right.
anything. to
Well, I
say.
just had a totally random. I was just over this semester, my hands were really dry and like getting cracked, which just happens to me sometimes. And I was trying a bunch of lotions, a lotion that I had, and it was like okay. But then I found the Aveeno eczema lotion or whatever. It's like oatmeal based, and it smells really good, and it's like a really good lotion. And within like the first day of like putting it on, my skin was like visibly better, and it's like fine now, and I just put it on all the time. So
Nice.
shameless plug for that lotion. If any of you have dry skin, it's a good lotion.
I might actually need some of that.
like some lotions you put on and like your hands are just greasy the
Yeah.
whole time until you wash it and then it comes off. But
Yeah.
this is like the kind of lotion where it like goes into your or I
It's
guess
like
it goes
light.
into your skin.
It like kind of
Yeah.
just like blends into your skin. It doesn't feel
Yeah, and
like it's there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your skin just feels like gritty, like it, normally
Normal
gritty, like,
skin.
you feel the texture, yeah, and it's nice, but it still feels moist. Your hands still feel nice and soft.
Yeah, maybe I need that because I've been getting like, I don't know, like I've been getting like these like itchy like bumps on like my palms,
Oh, okay.
and I like looked it up and it was called like I don't know, it like something came up called like Zihydrosis. It was like DSYI, like something I've never heard of, but it was
Okay.
like it was basically just like, yeah, you're like sweating a lot and like yeah, these little bumps are gonna be itchy.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean lotion would probably because lotion like kind of locks in moisture, right?
Yeah,
Somewhat.
it's like I'm like dehydrated. Like my hands are like dehydrated, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Well, I would recommend this lotion.
shout out
so
Aveeno.
sponsor us, please.
I don't moisturize enough, bro.
I have it next to my sink, so I wash my hands with soap and then I moisturize.
And then you
'Cause
put the
otherwise,
lotion
it
on?
just- Yep.
Freaking, I feel like I was talking about Star Wars. Oh yeah, I watched like, dude, I need to rewatch the entirety of the original trilogy. Like
Yeah.
I watched Return of the Jedi yesterday
Yeah.
with like Alex. I went over to his
Oh,
house
nice.
and we
Yeah.
just like chilled for a little bit. And like I didn't like it was like watching the movie for the first time. I was like none of this like registered in my brain when I was younger. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like cuz I was talking to Alex and he's like it was funny cuz it's like they're like getting all ready to like go attack the new Death Star and
Yeah.
and we were laughing because it's like, bro, like they literally just blew it up and there's already another one. They're all like, they're probably like, what the fuck? And it's like, yeah, like Star Wars is like really like kind of goofy and ridiculous.
I mean,
Like
yeah, like
when you think about it.
yeah, like there's yeah, and I understand the thing about like not understanding it, because I started watching it when I was like, I don't know, 4 or
Yeah,
like
like
I don't
6, like young.
yeah, like yeah, and so like I would just watch it and
You're watching like
it,
the movie. You're not actually watching the movie.
yeah, exactly. So like I
You're just like
remembered
lightsabers.
yeah, I remember all the imagery and like a lot of the dialogue, but I didn't give any meaning to the dialogue until I
Yeah.
started getting older and watching it more, or like watching it as I'm older. And so I'll still watch it and be like, oh, and yeah, like the two Death Stars is always like, I mean, yeah, like
Yeah.
why did the Empire? I mean, but it just like the Empire's like, hey, we almost got it right with this one. Let's try it again.
Just do it one more time.
Yeah, one more try, and then they did it again in the new ones. But yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a
A
lot
third time.
of, and, yeah, but
There,
I mean,
there can't be that many Skywalkers, guys. We're gonna get it right one of these times.
they can't like eventually they're gonna die out, right?
Yeah,
Like they can't
yeah.
just keep coming back.
I had this, but yeah, I was like watching the movie and I was like, I came up with like a low key plot line for like episodes 10 through 12 if they ever wanted to make it.
Yeah,
Because
what
I
is
was
it?
watching this and I was thinking like, because I saw like a meme a couple days ago or probably like 2 weeks ago, and it was like all of the Darth like whatevers and like their
Yeah.
like amazing like force feats and like just like crazy stuff that like no one else
Yeah.
is doing in the series. Like one guy like holds his body together with like the force and lives for thousands of years. The other is like
Oh yeah.
the other's like a master duelist and he like invented all the forms, all this shit, all the stuff. And then it's like Palpatine is like was a politician. And I thought that was funny, and it made me think. I was like, well, what is Palpatine's like force power? Like, what's his crazy thing? Because
Yeah.
like he's got to have one, right? And then it was like, well, maybe it's like I was thinking maybe it's like force future sight or something. Because like this guy won't die, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
knows something. Like he knows how to get it done somehow. Maybe he just can like see the future. Maybe it's like all part of his plan, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like
maybe. I mean,
I don't
I
know,
feel
but
like
it gets
his
kind of
force.
messy.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like his force power is like, well, I don't know if it's a force. He's just a good manipulator. He's a good
but yeah, like
schemer.
that's the thing though. Like I feel like he should be more grand. I feel like he should be more than just like kind of smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe he's using
Yeah.
using the force to see.
And I was
force
thinking
anything.
like in terms of like duality, like because there's a lot of times in the movie where like Luke like guns for the dark side. Like he's just like fuck it. Like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
because like when Emperor's like kill me now, and like
Yeah.
you'll be done with me, but like your path to the dark side will be complete, he says. And like
Yeah.
Luke like goes for it. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then Vader stops him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like maybe that was like Palpatine's plan all along, and like it kind of got messed up when like Vader like killed him, but that was like that was the end of like the old regime of Jedi of
Yeah.
like light versus dark, and the beginning of a new regime of the Jedi, because here's how I think of it, right? Rule of two, right? So you got the master, you
Okay.
got the apprentice. Emperor is the master, Vader's the apprentice. Vader kills Palpatine. That completes the rule of two. I like to think that Vader, before he dies, like theoretically takes Luke as his apprentice, and it like
Oh.
I'm using some like color theory here, like red mixed with blue. I don't know colors.
Okay,
You get like
yeah.
you get like a white lightsaber or something. That's like the new regime. They're all white lightsabers with like what I'm thinking is basically like yeah, like I'm not describing this well at all. Oh my god.
Well, how does this work with the current sequel trilogy? Like, why
Basically,
wouldn't that have happened then?
like Obi-Wan. So here's what I'm thinking. Obi-Wan Kenobi is like a very pure-hearted individual. He he encounters both Luke and Anakin in their lives. He inspires them both to see like the true balance of the Force that exists, not pure good, not pure evil. And when the Emperor dies and like the Rule of Two happens with like Vader and Luke, it kind of ends like the blue versus red, bad versus good, and it kind of melds the two together. And then what I'm thinking, if they wanted to take it like further in the movies, it could be like Rey and Grogu, the little baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Like Rey could be the master and Grogu could be the apprentice, and they're sort of basically just starting from scratch because they don't have anything left.
Yeah.
All the old texts are burned. Luke's dead.
Yeah.
Right? Is Luke dead?
Yep.
Yeah.
Luke.
They're basically just on their own now. So it's like it's got to be like a whole new thing. And I'm thinking you could have like Obi-Wan come in as like a Force ghost and like guide Rey maybe, and like Grogu.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's
And
that's cool.
maybe like I don't know. I was looking like maybe bringing in like some of like the sub races of the world as like Jedis, like Ewoks. Because
Ewok Jedi.
I just want an Ewok Jedi.
I think Colin. No, I'm not sure, but I feel like in one of our Edge of the Empire sessions, Colin played as a Ewok, or at least a Force-sensitive Ewok.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we don't know what happens to Grogu like yet, right? By the time we haven't caught up timeline wise with Rey.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Grogu's
saying. Like,
what would happen with Grogu?
but that too, like, also you're right. Like, maybe he's like older now, and like, maybe he's a bad guy.
Not.
maybe he's a bad guy because he's being raised by the Mandalorian. Maybe he's like, or maybe he's like not a bad guy because Mandalorian's not a bad guy, but maybe he's like a anti-hero Jedi.
Yeah, maybe, but he would still be like a baby, like because it's only.
Yeah, because they live forever, years. Right? Like.
Yeah, he's like still a baby. He's already been living for like
150.
Yeah, something like that, and he's still a baby.
He's still a literal child. But
so he's gonna be a baby for a little while.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Rey can be like the master, and he could be the apprentice.
Yeah, for like 50 years, and then Rey will die, and then he'll still be a baby.
Yeah, and then he'll be like a teenager.
He'll be yeah. He'll
be like, fuck.
Well, gotta find something else now.
But yeah,
like all angsty.
I want teenage Yoda, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I wanna know what
Star Wars High.
Star Wars High.
Yeah.
It's like what's that? The movie with the superhero school in the sky.
Sky High.
Sky High.
Legendary. Is there anything else you want to touch on? We're sitting at like 43 right now.
I don't think so. I feel like
Yeah. What should we title this one?
I checked off everything.
We got video. Daniel finds Rick and Morty.
Daniel finds Rick and Morty.
I'm thinking it should be like.
Oh yeah, it should be something with the video.
Yeah. Like I want to do like a pun. I want to do like a pun. But I don't know what it could be.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
should it be something that like gives it away, or should it be like we have a surprise for you? I mean, not that. That's terrible, but you know what I mean. Like, should we just say we got video?
Hungry or no? I was trying to make a joke with like America's Funniest Home Videos. that doesn't really work. Hungriest Home Videos.
Hungriest Home Videos. Let's just do that.
Okay, yeah. All right.
America's Hungriest Home Videos.
Goodbye, Hungry Nation.
Goodbye.
Like, comment, subscribe.